your security was coming over today.
All entrepreneurs, internet marketers, multi-level marketers, business people, social network gurus, social networkers, and advertisers meet on ORUsocial.com to maximize your traffic and get targeted traffic to increase your revenue and your company production. ORU is a powerful platform for entrepreneurs, networking, and social networking. Register today and grow your personal and business engagement. Don't forget, it's a social platform, so upload your profile and let's go. ORUsocial.com. That's ORUsocial.com. Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. He got them tickets. I'm telling you. Boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway. He's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you. Smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give him a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You gotta tell him, though, that I sent you. You gotta tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
The Sleeper Pick. The guy only you believe in. In 1 week fantasy football on DraftKings, he can be the difference. So trust your gut. Trust your numbers. Trust your Uncle Vito if you want. But know this, that sleeper is out there. The question is, who's going to play him? This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.
To create your account, click on the banner link on the DougStewartShow.com or the Doug Stewart Show app. Footballsportsapp.com. What is it? It's the first live action mobile sports app played in real time and a cool way to immerse yourself in the game. Make coaching calls just like the pros. Check out the video. Download for free this fall and register now again at footballsportsapp.com. Want to be part of this new exciting technology and make money? Fill out the short form at the bottom of the website and mention TDSS. Again, footballsportsapp.com. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. All right, I want to run through a couple of these games, man. Well, I want to run through a couple of these games. I mentioned earlier, I talked about the whole thing going down in the story in Charlotte with Patrick Scott. And it's crazy. If you're from my hometown, I actually got a homeboy. If you're from my hometown, you know this. I got a homeboy. His exact name is Keith Lamont Scott. Exact. That's his middle name. His middle name is Lamont as well. And so when this whole thing went down last week, he got inundated with calls, and everybody's like, man, you heard about Keith? And no, it's actually a different Keith. But one more thing about this Charlotte situation, man. And I said it on Facebook this weekend. If this guy, Brentley Vincent, now it appears to me that Brentley Vincent couldn't have been the person to shoot Keith Scott. But if this Brentley Vincent guy, willingly took a murder charge or is about to take a murder charge for one of his co-cops or whatever, his fellow cops, first of all, that would be the most incredibly damning thing that you've ever seen as far as police brutality and the relationship between the police and how, citizens or black people in this country don't trust the police. That would be number one. But the second thing he would go down as the all-time biggest coon in the history of coons. Long discussion about this on Facebook this weekend. Really, dude? And we'll see now. Maybe there's a different angle. Maybe this like one of those Kennedy bullets or something like that, where he was around a tree or behind a tree. But even the witnesses say that he didn't show up until a couple of minutes later, which I don't know, which is crazy. But yeah, they're saying that he committed the murder. But if you saw this video, clearly Keith Scott got out of his car and he was looking towards the people. He had his back turned. So if you're saying that somebody else shot Keith Scott other than the police officers in that video standing behind the white truck, then you're saying they shot him in the back. I haven't heard where his bullet wounds are, and there's a lot of that stuff we have to sift through. Obviously, over the next couple of weeks and months and maybe even years, we'll find out a lot of this stuff, man. But yeah, he was backing up. He was backing up, looking towards the officers that were screaming out these commands to him. So are they saying that Brentley Vincent shot him in the back, and we just couldn't see him in the frame? A lot of unanswered questions, man. A couple of games I wanted to mention today on a Man Talk Monday, Ballas and Bustas. Alabama, man, they get it done. Destroy Kent State 48-0. Michigan 49-10 over Penn State. Penn State is really struggling right now. Michigan looks like that they're the real deal. The number 4 Michigan Wolverines. I haven't seen the latest AP poll yet. Maybe it has come out. We'll see about Michigan and where they're still at. Wisconsin, in very convincing fashion, man, beats Michigan State 30-6. Ball award to Wisconsin. What the hell? Yeah. Washington stays undefeated. The number 9 Washington Huskies stay undefeated, beating Arizona 35-28. And Texas A&M in that SEC West, one of the only teams that looks like that they're going to be able to contend with Alabama, look very good. Look very good, man. 45-24 and beating Arkansas this weekend. I mentioned it earlier, but I guess I need to give a little bit more conversation to it because I am in the state of Georgia. But the Georgia Bulldogs ain't ready. They are not ready. I mean, they get their ass kicked. Saying they got their ass kicked is an understatement. 45-14, and I mean, it was ugly. I was watching this game at my mama's house. Jacob Eason, man. Let me say something about Jacob Eason, the quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs. Freshman, 16 for 36, 137 yards only, 1 interception. Yeah, this is the guy that everybody in America was talking about. The Georgia Bulldog fans were so excited about. Now, I always try to give a disclaimer. It is very early. But you can tell from the very beginning when he first got some action for Georgia that he doesn't really look like a world-changing type quarterback. A bunch of average throws. He was just playing high school football last year. Was he 17, 18 years old? I get it. But I've been saying this for the last couple of years, and you look at all of these cats that come out of Georgia. You can look at Cam Newton. You can look at Blake Sims down at Alabama. You can look at the Dobson kid at Tennessee. You can look at several quarterbacks, all right, that have come out of the state of Georgia, high school quarterbacks, man. You need to go ahead and get you one of them dual threat quarterbacks and stop playing. Yeah. You better get you one of them. You sticking to this notion of these drop back, in the pocket, big arm quarterbacks. Look at who's dominating right now. Look at who is dominating college football right now as far as quarterback play and style of play. It's the dual threat quarterback. And you can hate on it all you want, and no, we don't like that type of quarterback. And Mark Richt used to love that type of quarterback. He brought in quarterback after quarterback like that. Matthew Stafford and all of them cats. That's fine. That's fine. Jacob Eason, he is a freshman. He's got time to turn it around, okay? And we might look back at this conversation and at this game in particular and be like, that was just the struggles of a rookie quarterback. That may be. But he looks like he needs a lot of work. If you're a Georgia fan out there, and inevitably, people were going to say, well, wait till Kirby gets his players in. That would be the number one thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Georgia always has some of the top talent. And for them to look like that this past weekend, they didn't look prepared. And I called this one Friday. Based on how Ole Miss had played for the state based on how Ole Miss gave up. They keep giving up leads after the first half. But they didn't do that this weekend. At Ole Miss? Nah. That was a horrible, horrible loss. And it's the same thing year in and year out. I've been in the state of Georgia, lived in Atlanta since 1995, okay? And year in and year out, this is the year that the Georgia Bulldogs are going to burst through. This is the year we're going to get back to national prominence. We're going to win a national championship. It's 1980, Herschel Walker, Buck Bellew all over again. And I can kind of identify, because I'm from South Carolina, and every single year the Clemson Tiger fans think this is the year that the Tigers are going to a national championship. They've been saying that since 1981. So I get it. I can relate. But it had to hurt you to your soul if you one of them dog fans. If you one of them stone cold, die-hard Georgia fans, it had to hurt you to your soul to see the score 30-something to 7 in the third quarter. And know that this year is a wrap. You know what happened when Georgia got down 30-something to 7 in the third quarter? You know what happened with Georgia fans? They started looking towards next year. Because this year, and getting destroyed like that means that you're not in any position at all to be in contention for a national championship, and that must hurt. That must hurt. That must hurt. I've seen it. I'm telling you, I grew up with it. If you're a Clemson fan and they did that Clemsoning thing where they lost a game they weren't supposed to lose over the last 20-something years, and then your dreams were just shattered, and you had to look forward to next year. Midway through that third quarter, Georgia fans were saying, damn, another year, no cigar. Yeah. Let me read some messages in the chat room on Spreaker.com. My man, JB Jennings. What up, JB Jennings? Damn it, we got to get to a break. JB Jennings in the chat room on Spreaker.com says, where's Miss Thorny? She's really going to be upset after her Aints lose tonight. So Thorny switch. We're talking about a young lady in the chat room named Thorny. So she's a diehard Georgia fan, and she's a Saints fan. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it ain't just Thorny. I mean, it's just like Black Monday around this state and dog fans. You know, this is our year. This is our year. I don't know how you could think that anyway when you know you had to try out a freshman quarterback, a true freshman quarterback. But that doesn't matter. College football fans are just that. They're fans. They're fanatical. And so at the start of the year, you know, everybody thinks it's their year. And then for you to lose the way you lost like that and come to the realization that this is not our year this year. Simply put, it has to hurt. It has to hurt, man. You know. Now, I root for Georgia. I root for Clemson. If Clemson and Georgia play each other, I'm going for Clemson. You know. But I wouldn't call myself a quote-unquote diehard fan of either of those programs. I guess I'm more of a Carolina fan than I am a Clemson fan. So, you know, there's really no skin off my back, but I know a lot of fans that live and die by Clemson football and by Georgia football. And on a Monday after what happened Saturday to Georgia, it has to hurt. I mean, it has to hurt. I'm sorry, dog fans. I'm sorry, dog fans. Try it again next year. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show coming up next. Imagine if your business could interchange skilled engineering and technology professionals as easily as changing a high-end car part. When one highly trained, skilled employee left the firm due to growth, dismissals, maternity leave.